And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, January 5th, 2019. It is Season 13, Episode 1. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Matt.
Welcome. If you'd like to get in touch with us, do it fast before time runs out. Our phone number is 334-272-9228, 334-272-9228. Check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. And you can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can find us on Facebook at InGameChat. You can email us, everyone, at InGameChat.net. We're streaming on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv, type in InGameChat. You'll be able to find us. Just go to our website. That's the easiest thing to do. Go to InGameChat.net. And you can click on the links over to the left, and you'll be able to find us and watch us live while we broadcast. And
Clackety clack.
clean the slate here.
Man, 13 and a 1.
There we go.
Nice.
Lucky number 13.
Do it
You
twice.
should do it 13 times.
No.
No? Okay.
Not a clock.
Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him. He'll do it.
Yeah, I really, honestly, with the stuff that we probably don't have much to talk about, then sure. There are some things.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, really, just Happy New Year. Let's read the chat room.
God, when's the last time we did that?
Random NX finally made it in.
Welcome, Random.
Hey, Vince. And Lethal Migraine showed up.
Always my favorite.
AC Wraith is there.
Yay.
Who else is in the chat room with us?
RJ.
Another TV viewer is in there.
Welcome.
Skinny Seahorse.
Oh, I like it.
Spigot's in there?
Spigot,
I
Brock.
think so. I don't know what this other person is. Annie on Hope 93 Me, I think is how I'm pronouncing that. So
Let me see.
anyway. Lethal Migraine says, I expect to be 5 hours to make up for skipping 2 weeks. Matt says, do you really want 5 hours of Destiny 2 talk? No. So kick Scott off the show. Exactly.
A New Hope 93 Me.
And I bet Nate would come back full time. Actually, there is possibility of Nate showing up. Not this episode, but...
I was like, where?
No, there's...
He's
whatever.
hidden.
Situations at his job and changes in his schedule
Yes. You know we welcome
could
him
mean
back.
that he will start showing up here
That'd be awesome.
on Saturdays with us. Which would be fantastic if that is the case.
We like Nate.
Yeah, we do. So, I'm not going to fill your head with too much Destiny talk. I will say that that's what I did play. The majority of would be Destiny 2 again. Went through the entire winter event, did its thing, did the stuff. My characters are up to max level. They've hit the 650 level. Both characters have. This week, I really haven't played much of Destiny 2 at all. I popped in, ran a few things that I wanted to run that kind of gave me a little insight into story, and that is that's the blind well when you get to talk to the Queen in the Forsaken stuff. It's so every little bit of that gives you a little bit of a story, especially after a big story reveal that they did not too long ago in the game. So I've done that, and I've run the Black Armory stuff that they're doing as well. That's pretty much it. I'm not going out of my way to do all of the stuff that gives me powerful gear. I understand there's random rolls, but I feel pretty good with what I've got, and so everything's good. I know there's enhancement cores, but I'm sitting on a ton of those right now, and I just don't feel like putting in the grind because I know something new is coming along that will put me into that grind again. So why not take a break from it?
Well, you're like me, you get a weapon you fall in love with and you want to stick with that for as long as possible.
Right now it is pulse rifles mainly. The Black Army one's not bad, but I'm using the Go Figure pulse rifle. It's quite nice.
I'm still fond of scout rifles though.
Yeah.
The range and the versatility.
They lost a lot in some of their. I don't know if PvE has. I don't know if they fixed that in the PvE, but I know in PvP it's bad. Yes, but scout rifles were nice.
I was about to say PvP, but then I haven't played PvP in a long time. Just the Crucible stuff, not the other.
Pulses and hand cannons are your PvP weapons.
Hand cannons?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You get a good hand cannon, 3 shots, they're dead.
if you're accurate.
If you're accurate, but you get a good hand cannon, you will be. because it's got because of the handling and the stability on the perks and everything else. So you get a good hand cannon, you can do some good shots in PvP. I went one of the best weapons to use in PvP right now is the Telesto. You remember that?
I got that.
Yeah, it's that fusion. It's that
fusion rifle.
Exotic fusion rifle that lays little darts and then they explode after a while.
Yeah, I got one of those sitting in my storage.
Man,
just never had a inkling to use it.
What a fantastic weapon that is in PvP. What's another one? No, the ones that I run with are the scout rifle, the Go Figure, or my hand cannon that I got from the raid way back when, the Midnight Coup. The shotgun that I got from the Escalation Protocol events, and the Thunderlord, which is what they gave for the Halloween event. Was it the Halloween event? Yeah. It was the exotic from the Halloween event. And Thunderlord is nice. The other weapon that I'm doing very well with in PvP is, oddly enough, a bow. Bow and arrow.
Are those OP right now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they are. I don't feel like any kind of nerf is coming in anytime soon.
I mean, I've seen some videos of the damage a critical hit does from those things. I'm like, goodness.
Yeah. No, it's good. 2 shots will wipe you out. 2 good shots. 2 very good shots will wipe you out on that. So
2 headshots, basically. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that's mainly what I run is some type of machine gun, for my power.
Yeah.
A shotgun for my mid and for my energy, and then a pulse rifle or hand cannon for my kinetic.
It's still odd to me seeing a machine gun in the power slot of the way they changed everything after the update.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I've done. Like I said, I've backed off of it considerably this week. I turned in clan bounties on both characters just to raise the level of our clan. To keep that going, and I'll continue to do that until the next thing comes along that puts me into that grind mode, which I think is happening on Tuesday anyway. So I think there's some new stuff coming on Tuesday. We'll see what that opens up, how much of a grind that is, if it's a grind at all. We'll see. Being already at 650 just means I need to complete that and then just move on with any other little stuff that I'll do. So I'm not expecting it to be too big of another grind to add on to it. But we'll see. We'll see what phases out. Okay. What comes out of that. I also played. I tried to play Hitman before they took away my target, but they took away my target before I
So you didn't get to do the second elusive target?
I logged in on New Year's Day. Was it New Year's Day? I want to say it was New Year's Day. Maybe it was New Year's Eve. I don't know. I logged in on one of those days.
All right.
And it was already grayed out. I couldn't do it. So
missed opportunity. Yes.
Are they open to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to be a certain way into the game to be like, well, now you can get the second one or the third one or whatever.
But it helps to know the map.
I understand that.
I mean, completely.
No, I totally get that.
Totally open for everyone. I did it.
Yeah. Because you told me about it, and you're like, hey, you got 10 days to go do this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. That'll be over the Christmas holidays and that sort of thing. And I knew it was getting close to the end of that, and I thought, oh, I should log in and see.
Lethal said he didn't know where the target was. So the target actually moved. He sort of goes and, he was doing a broadcast. It was in the South American level, level 2, I guess. Because the training level, I don't count that as level. So, the first level is...
Train level?
The training level.
Oh, the training level.
The beach.
The first level is...
the first level to me is Miami.
Yeah, the first level is in Miami where you have the two you gotta kill. Yeah.
He's in the three-headed snake level. The second level.
Which I haven't got to yet.
Yeah, in South America. And it's a rebel general that's, he's making broadcasts and talking on the TV and stuff like that. And so the first time I was going through, I'm like, I kind of feel like maybe he's, maybe in the catacombs or in the cave. So I went down there. I couldn't find him. I was just running every which way, and I couldn't find him. Like half an hour just running around, just couldn't find him. Then I finally found him up in the like in the area where you start out, and it's like a little like town, little village and stuff like that. And I found them there in the upstairs place. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I got noticed, and they started shooting at me, so I like restarted real quick. I'm like, oh, okay, so I restarted, and so I went back to where that was, and he went there. I was like, oh, well, where is he? Now he's over closer to where the bar is, in his shack. I'm like, well, that's interesting. So he's doing the same thing over there. So like his spawn location sort of moved.
Okay.
And so, I found him. I was able to get Silent Assassin on the guy and complete
Could you exit out and load back in and to get him to spawn into the place you needed him to?
Yeah, and that's actually what I did. Because like where he was at, I was like, man, this is going to be tough because I want to like take out the guards and, and hide their bodies. Mm-hmm. But, it just wasn't working out right, and I kept on getting spotted. So I restarted the level again, and he was back to where he was at the first time. And I'm like, there's a better chance of me, getting him over here. So I poisoned his he drinks from a cup. And so like I poisoned his cup when no one was looking and just walked out and started walking towards the exit. And like he died, I left and got Silent Assassin.
Did you watch any speed runs? What's the quickest people are doing it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
On that one, I didn't see any speed runs for it. I'm just glad that I was able to, I was like, hey, look at that. 2 Silent Assassins in a row.
I hate I missed that one. I also played some more of Assassin's Creed through the Project Stream situation with Google.
Yeah.
So
do you have over an hour in it?
I have an hour and 25 minutes into it
I've got about that much.
Yeah. I may play some more just
to edge out your bet.
Solid that in there, solidify that it's. There we go. I've been playing this for 2 hours now.
I took a break from it because I was playing Red Dead, for a while, and then doing the Hitman for a while. I completed Hitman. I did all the story levels. Mm-hmm. I want to go back and do the last level again, like do it some more times.
Yeah.
Because I only did it the one time, and I want to get a better feel for it. But I decided, like, you know what? I've been playing a lot of Red Dead 2, on my PS4. So I went back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I've been going further on that. And I've gotten pretty far in that game. As far as like character wise, story wise, I'm still kind of, I think early mid story wise.
Yeah.
But like level wise, I'm like well in I think level 57 or so, close to level 60. And I did all the arena battles. I am maxed out on the mercenaries, so I'm like the lead mercenary. I've gotten some really good gear. I got some really good perks as well. So I've been going back to that and enjoying it.
Yeah, I want to welcome in CO Cool, I think, joined in. Retroed, Positivity Bot. Mashadar joined in. Evan041111. Drunk Degenerates showed up.
DD.
Commander Root. And Thar66 and STM Fuller, who happens to have a birthday today. So
happy birthday.
Yep, happy birthday, STM Fuller.
But another thing, if we're talking about what we've been doing in the time off.
Go ahead, because I just finished mine up.
Yeah, I finished yours. Mm-hmm. Elite Dangerous.
Okay.
Chapter 4 is out. And it's Elite Dangerous Beyond, and I'm trying to get Kevin to get back into it, but he right now it's just not a good time for him. So I'm like, what, I'll jump in this and I'll get a feel for it, and how they changed the game mechanics and stuff. And I finally got my Guardian FSD booster. Mm-hmm. They have a new ship, like 2 new ships, the Mamba and the Crate Phantom. Mm. And my fighter ship is a Crate Mark II. And the Phantom's the exploration version, kind of like built off that body. It's a little sleeker. It doesn't. My fighter has 5 hard points for weapons. This only has 4, so it's 1 less hard point. So it's not really, I'm not gonna use it for fighting. But man, it's nice because I had the ship I had was an Asp Explorer, and it's a pretty good, well-rounded. It was like kind of like the exploration ship. Mm. But now with this new one, it's a little bit better in most ways, to where I traded in my Asp, and I've gotten my jump range up now to like over 61 light years, which is pretty good. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that, working on that, trying to get used to the new mechanics, where they changed out the exploration mechanic and the mining mechanic. Those 2 had the most overhaul. complete overhaul. And so I'm looking forward. I'm enjoying getting back into Elite. But I'm trying to get my my muscle memory back up on the flight stick and everything, because on the 18th it's going to be Ace Combat 7.
That's right. That's
yep,
true.
Yep.
When is Kingdom Hearts? Is that this month, right?
It's never coming out.
No, it's this month, I think.
I'll believe it when RJ has it in hand.
It's pretty soon.
That's not my jam. I know folks who play that, but
Yeah.
that's not me. I think it says the 29th of January.
Okay, yeah, right in there. Yeah.
Yeah, before that,
I'll be playing Resident Evil 2 before that.
Ooh, yeah, that comes out at the end of the month.
25th.
Yeah.
The 25th on that one.
Yep, that looks good. Yeah, before the Ace Combat comes out, I need to, look into some VR goggles that someone might have.
Yeah.
Because I got a joystick, and VR with that goggles would be awesome.
I did pick up Tetris Effect. I have not played it yet, but I picked it up.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it was $20 on Amazon for all of maybe 5 minutes.
That's a good price.
Yeah, so I picked that up. I only bought 2 games.
Okay.
This holiday season, I guess you could say. Tetris Effect was one of those, and the other one was the whole entire Steam sale. I didn't buy a single thing except for some tables for Pinball Effects 3.
You didn't get Setsuna?
I did not get Setsuna, no.
All right.
Because I knew I wouldn't be playing it.
Yeah, and like with RJ said with Detroit,
yeah,
it could be a great price, but if you're not going to play it, then
I also picked up Lego,
which I need to play Detroit.
Yeah.
I picked up Lego Hobbit and Lego Lord of the Rings in that Humble deal.
The free?
Yeah, where they were just giving out keys.
I didn't get the Lord of the Rings because I selected, but I didn't get the key, but I got the key for Hobbit.
Yeah,
because you had to redeem the key within a certain time.
Mine was a couple of days.
Yeah, well, I downloaded, but I didn't redeem the key, so it was in my account, but I'd never redeemed it. So it said, nope, you can't get it. Like, all right.
Well, I got those, and I added them to my Steam account before they took them off, before they delisted them.
Okay.
Because of whatever. I think they'll go back up because I think rights, I think this is just a situation with just rights. Because these were based on films. So the licensing is probably just a thing that has to be worked out. And I think eventually it will be, but, who knows. I have the games now, though, so it doesn't matter regardless. And I got them for paying nothing. But yeah, I want to say I didn't really play too much.
Yeah.
Didn't diversify my gaming portfolio. I didn't split it up between a lot of stuff. Like I really tell you what, that Christmas vacation time hit, and I thought, man, I don't have to spend it all in Destiny. Of course, I'll play a lot of Destiny, but I'll get in some Hitman because I haven't played any of that. Let's do some do more Assassin's Creed and let's do some Spider-Man. Never turned on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not one single time.
So the only thing you did was just add to your backlog, didn't you?
In the past 2, Tetris Effect, which I don't feel is adding to my backlog because it's not really a story mode type thing.
Yeah, that's like a
game to
Pac-Man
have and play.
Championship Edition.
I don't think it's a story mode. It's just a game you bought that you ain't played yet.
Well, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by backlog.
And then the Williams tables for the Pinball Effects 3 are just that. I don't feel like those are adding to my backlog either. That's just adding to my collection of pinball tables digitally. Yeah. I got a lot of steelbooks from movies that I haven't watched. Sometimes I pick up steelbooks that I really have no intention of ever watching, just because the steelbook is beautiful, depending on what it is. So
Didn't you buy just the steelbook from some of those?
Well, they were like, I think it was like
$5
$5. Yeah. Monster Hunter World I picked. Well, no, that came with the game. What was it? It was Ark.
Ark, okay.
I hear Bayek's come into Monster Hunter World.
Yes, Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter World doing a crossover.
Because I know in Assassin's Creed Origin, they had the Final Fantasy crossover, where you could get like a Chocobo camel, basically, and Final Fantasy, like I guess Lightning's sword thingy, and shield. So that's interesting that they're having the crossover with Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, AC Wraith. I saw AC Wraith playing Shadow of War yesterday when I was looking at my. I needed. So it's brand new year, and we've got our first show since it's been 2 weeks. And I thought, what am I going to get for music? I have no idea what to get for music. I have no idea what theme to go off of. I'm looking and I'm trying to find something, and then I'm falling into all these YouTube holes of watching videos of other things. And I'm just like, I don't know what to get. So I fired up Steam.
And RJ and I are going to serenade you.
No. I fired up Steam and went to my friends list to see what they were playing.
Yeah.
To see if there was anything that I could use. And a lot of what you hear today comes from what people were playing on my friends list.
That would be a theme I never would have guessed.
Yeah. No, you never would have guessed that.
Friends playlist music.
Which is why we don't have that going on right now. So, RJ, let's get with you, though. What did you play before we take a break here? And
for the most part, I was playing Grand Theft Auto Online. I finally earned up enough money to get some additions to that terabyte hacker truck. I was able to get.
I saw you playing that.
Yeah, I was able to get the drones opened up for it, so I could do a lot more missions and earn more money. And this is just in time because they're doing double money in XP for that one. So I'm able to get like 60,000 per mission.
Not
so
bad.
I can get I do those 4, do some other things, come back when the cooldown's done, do the grind again, get some more money, and start building up. It didn't take long for me to break $1 million after spending. It took about 800 grand.
Because online you could go through the money quick.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, it took about 800 grand to get the terabyte up to snuff and get those missions opened up.
All right.
So, but it didn't take me long to get that money back. Like 1 or 2 run-throughs of the missions and other things I was doing, I was able to get that money back in no time. I also was playing the golf club too. Still trying to get my...
No, it's not golf. It was Everybody's Golf that was on sale this
Everybody's
morning.
Golf, yeah. The golf club too, as I was playing, I was trying to get my... still earning my way up to get my tour card, PGA tour card, because I got the actual... PGA courses in there, Scottsdale, things like that, and there was trying to earn my way to get up through that.
Do they have like Robert Trent courses too?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay,
but
that'd be kind of cool if you're like, I'm playing Prattville.
Look, it couldn't stop you from making. Look, I could get I can get a scorecard from Lagoon Park.
Yeah,
get the dimensions there and make my own.
Make your
course.
own.
Yeah, because people have there are tons of courses people have made from the golf club.
And
then they can be transported over to the new one.
Question is, can you make mini golf courses?
No, not mini golf. This is full size golf.
I mean, like make
here.
smaller courses that are smaller and like whatever, and only use a putter. I mean, you wouldn't have the obstacles like the windmill or anything like that. But I'd be wondering if you could do like a mini golf course.
Doubtful.
I don't know. I don't think anyone's tried that. All the courses I've seen that were made were all full regulation golf courses here.
Because there's also some great games out there if you want to do mini golf type stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, let's see. Play a little bit of Mortal Kombat.
Are you looking forward to 11?
I need to see a little more because I
Okay.
really don't know. That video they showed us, it really didn't show me much.
No, it didn't show
Aren't we
you.
getting more this month? Isn't there a reveal at some point this month?
It probably will
Good
be,
thing.
but I didn't hear anything about it yet. I mean, from what I saw
The
so far,
19th is sticking in my head for some reason. I don't even know what day the 19th is on. Is that a Friday?
I don't know.
No, it's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
It's a Saturday. That's sticking in my head. I think there's a tournament or something that they're going to be doing a reveal at.
That'd be a good Saturday.
Yeah, it might be.
We're gonna have a show that Saturday, right?
We are, and I don't know when it'll be revealed.
That
but
would be
yeah.
a good time to get my hands on VR because the 18th will be Ace Combat.
If you'll send me a text the night before or something, remind me, because it's literally sitting in a box in the other room, and I can just bring that in. So, anyway,
I wish I had a mustache. I'd twirl it.
Yeah. I picked up Killer Instinct on Steam. They had it on sale for like $10, and for a little bit extra, like $1 more, I can get the soundtrack to come with that.
Oh, yeah.
So I, after about 6 months of not being on Steam at all, I had to wait for the update and then go to the store and pick that up. So it doesn't take much. It takes a lot to get me on Steam, but Killer Instinct at that price, yeah, I can get on there for that.
Well, good. We're going to take our first break here, and then when we come back, we'll try and get in some of the news. One of the first things that happened. Yeah, one of the first things we happened once we got done with our show last week was more lawsuits came in from dancing people for Fortnite.
And we kind of called that.
I just said the only way it's going to move any further is if more people sue.
And
more
that's
people
exactly
sue.
what
So
happened.
We'll talk about that. This first one comes, I don't know who was playing this last night, but I found it. Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Deadfire, and we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat for the first Saturday of 2019. I'm Scott along with RJ and Matt. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is music here from... the track is called Road to Eden, but it's also the subtitle of the game, Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden.
Haven't heard of that one.
Somebody was playing it.
Sure.
I don't know who. But somebody was playing it. All of these games come off of Steam, by the way.
Okay.
They may have console counterparts, but
yeah,
I was seeing
this is
people.
Your Steam list?
Yeah, I was seeing people playing these on Steam. So if they don't have console counterparts, this would be why. Kind of like this music, though.
Yeah. It's got that 80s synth vibe to it.
So, okay.
So real quick, for those interested listeners, or I know I am, later on this month, Hitman Absolution and Blood Money are going to be HD releases.
Isn't that next week, though?
Yeah, that's later on this month.
It is. I just meant later on.
I was not incorrect.
Don't think too far ahead. It actually is just next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Because I know some people absolutely loved Blood Money. Mm-hmm. And some people liked Absolution. And some, whatever. But, to have both of these games HD remakes. And I'm guessing it's going to be part of this whole Hitman universe, or the Hitman world, whatever, that, Hitman 2 sort of brought about. Mm-hmm. That's where they're kind of bringing their stuff together into this universe of Hitman. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested in it. Hopefully, ideally, it'd be if you already have Blood Money and Absolution, then it'll be a free. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I was just about to ask
what the price
was going to be.
They did that with Hitman 1. If you already had Hitman 1, you get Hitman 1 in the game for free. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much the price is. I haven't seen that. But an HD remake of those games, yeah, I'll see how much. Mm-hmm. I'm curious.
I'm looking at a report from gamesindustry.biz.
Yeah?
They had the year in numbers of 2018.
All right.
It's a lot of numbers. You're going to hear a lot of different numbers. I have not looked over this. This is just off the cuff reading here. In total, it was a $134.9 billion year.
Wow.
In video games globally. That looks like, if I'm reading these things right, it looks like a 10.9% increase year over year. Of that, hundreds of billions.
Yeah.
33 billion was in the PC market.
Okay.
That's a 3.2 increase. What else was there? That's 25%. 22% were boxed and downloaded PC games. 22% of those PC games was boxed and downloaded PC games, which totaled for $29.2 billion. So of the $33 billion in PC gaming for this year, 29.2 of that came from boxed and downloaded PC games.
What were the other ones?
I don't know. Oh, let's see. Wait a second. Browser PC games, 4.3 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tablet games, 13.2 billion.
I'm curious about how much mobile gaming.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Now, mobile gaming, 63.2 billion.
It's a lot of money.
Jeez. It is the highest of any of these. Mobile gaming beat console, PC, all of it. Of the mobile games, smartphone games, 50 billion.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Speaking of, did
That's
you
a big
see
chunk.
Room, I think, has a new game out?
They've had a new game out for a little while now.
It's not 4, it's something else.
It's not. It's another it's a prequel type game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just noticed that yesterday when I was looking at...
Does anybody here play smartphone games?
Other than, smartphone games?
Yeah, like you said, this 50 billion chunk.
Yeah.
I still can't. I can't bring myself to do it on
If
here.
anything, I would fall into the tablet gaming honestly.
Yeah.
If I play smartphone games, it is free. I don't pay a dime to do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have on my phone Hitman Go. I have Risk. I have Carcassonne. I have a couple of games just on my phone.
Do you put money into those though?
I have.
Because you're not part of the statistic if you're not putting money into those games.
I have.
Okay.
In a way. Because I have that Google Rewards, where you do the surveys and you get money on your Google account, and I use that, and I use that money to buy, music sometimes or, some games.
I love random. You guys all have cell phones, right? Throwing out the who was that? Blizzard.
Yeah.
The Blizzard marketing campaign of 2018. You all
Right.
have phone. You guys all have cell phones, right? Yeah, of course.
But yes,
But you can look at this mobile
Yeah.
gaming 63.2, and you can see Blizzard looking at. Hey, let's
that's a
put
lot of money.
Diablo on our phones, man. Everybody's got cell phones, right? We put Diablo on there, make some. We'll get us a chunk of this $63.2 billion.
And as much as I want to groan at that, I just got a new phone, and it's a nice phone. It's super quick. It's got more hard drive space. It's got more RAM. It's got the Snapdragon. It's got lights coming on. So like, if there was Diablo on it, I'm like, I don't know. I might actually bite and play Diablo on my phone.
Please don't.
No.
Don't do it.
I think. Look. I can see the.
I mean, you
idea-
know what? Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say that because there are people who might want to play this. I'd rather just not support them in what they're doing. It's not going to stop them from what they're doing.
Not one bit.
But go ahead, RJ.
Yeah, I was saying. I can see the allure for them trying to do that, trying to get a piece of that chunk, 50 billion.
Wait,
I can see them doing that. But there's some games that I don't think the fans want to play on their phone. It's like if they put some Street Fighter V app on the phone, I'm not playing it.
Yeah, that's not a phone game.
I can't hook my fight stick up to this thing. I cannot do that. So no, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I don't think. I think what the feedback was. People don't want to play it on their phone.
Well, I've seen kids, like young kids and coworkers who I call kids, even though they're like 19, 18, whatever. I've seen like younger kids and stuff playing Fortnite on their phone, and I'm like, to me, like, that didn't. All right, fine. You do you. But they're all like wah, 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 and zipping around on their phone.
I guess
playing.
because they're used to they're having fun with
Or
it.
like,
so
have you played PUBG on the phone? I'm like, no. Why would I?
See,
I hate to be that old man.
But the thing that gets me, the control interface. I mean, what are you losing from the PC to your phone?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see all of the functionality from your from what it was built for to go into your phone. I can't see the functionality.
I don't have it for the phone, but I know there was a lot of rave for, I think, Civilization on the tablet, on like an iPad and stuff.
Something like that I could see.
But so
I got Risk on my phone because all right, yeah, it's a board game that's on my
Right.
phone that I could see.
I don't play enough to really know how they enabled. I just don't have the interest to want to know how they enable the controls or how they fit it onto a phone.
Yeah,
I'm curious about it, but I also just don't have the interest there to really discover that and seek that out.
because I think the last game-based app, fighting game-wise, I put on my phone was for Mortal Kombat. It was the only way to unlock certain outfits for characters, and I tried it for like all of 10 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this, and I deleted it. Afterwards, I just have to live without it.
Like I downloaded the Hitman Sniper Challenge, for the phone. They have like Hitman's, and all right, that's not
Played it on my tablet.
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible. I mean it plays all right. The controls are all right, but yeah, fighting games I couldn't imagine.
Still at the global games market value, $134.9 billion for the year of 2018. Consoles ate up $38.3 billion of that money. So let's take mobile out of the equation there. Console has 38.3 and PC has 33.4. I would imagine if you were to go back a few years, probably not very long, there would be a wider gap maybe there. Consoles would have a much more heavier demand on that. I think honestly it's a situation where mobile gaming is cutting into that gap and making that gap closer because more people are they're not deciding between console and PC anymore. They're deciding between phone or whatever their other option is, and phone seems to be winning out.
Phone or not phone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just the landscape changes.
I imagine, by the way, handheld gaming like the 3DS and
What, you
Vita and things like that.
Vita's dead.
Well, it's dead, but there's still stuff out there.
Yeah.
I imagine those fall under the console gaming thing. For the global PC and console digital revenue, $51.2 billion. Global PC digital revenue was $28.2, which is where most people get their PC games anyway, is digitally.
Yeah.
Console was $23 billion, so 28 to 23.
All right.
Global PC and console boxed revenue, very low, $16.3 billion. I say low, it's billions.
Yeah.
The global digital and boxed revenue for PC and console, $67.5 billion. If we go now, see, is this all based on UK numbers? Is this what this is telling me? I'm looking at the UK box sales by platform. PS4 had 44%, Xbox One had 31%, Nintendo Switch 19%, PC had 0.8%. This is boxed sales. Keep that in mind.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Where do you buy boxed PC games from?
You can still go to Best Buy and buy them. They
I've
come with a
seen
digital code inside of them, but you can still buy the box.
I've seen very few at a GameStop. It's a very small.
I mean,
very
Nate,
small
by the way,
section.
when he bought Destiny 2 off of Amazon because they were having a sale, he could only get the boxed copy because if he tried to buy digitally, it kicked up the price a few bucks.
Yeah.
And so he went with the boxed copy. He had to wait for it to get there. It got to his house. He opened it up. It's a piece of
Digital
paper with
code.
a code on it. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all you get.
Yep.
Let's see.
Big box with a piece of paper in it. Okay.
Metacritic. Let's look at Metacritic here. The highest rated game for Metacritic was Red Dead Redemption 2
Okay.
at 97. The lowest rated game, oddly enough, is Wild West Online with a 29.
I haven't heard of that one.
Wild West Online I'd heard of because I was waiting for Red Dead to come out, and Wild West was like, ooh, maybe this
There
will
was some
scratch that
Westy-
itch.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you looked at it and you're like, no.
Nope. Red Dead Redemption 2 sales revenue in its first 3 days, we've covered some of these,
Yeah,
$725
was
million.
a lot.
The number of days it took Red Dead Redemption 2 to surpass its predecessor's 8 years of sales. The number of days it took Red Dead 2 to surpass Red Dead 1's total sales.
I'm going to say 5.
8 days.
Oh, 8 days. Jeez.
Yeah. Some Fortnite numbers here. The number of registered users as of November of 2018, 200 million. The highest number of unique players for a single month, 78.3. That was achieved in August of 2018. The most covered games, as far as, I guess, news outlets and that sort of thing. Number 5 was God of War. Number 4 was Red Dead Redemption 2. I think I have a countdown somewhere on these things. But it's going to take me a minute to find them. I want to say he does. He's got one. I've used it because I had to run this thing not too long ago because he was out.
Click.
It is. It's a lot of clicking and it's a lot of trying to find what page has what I'm looking
Countdown.
for.
I
There
can
it is.
just.
Did I do a number 4? It was Red
Start
Dead
with 5.
Redemption. No, 5 was God of War. 4 was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Number 3.
Was Overwatch.
Number 2.
PUBG.
PUBG.
Yes.
And I think we could.
I don't even need to do number 1. You know what number 1 is going to be.
What's number 1? Do it anyways. I want to hear the number 1.
Number 1.
There we go.
What is it?
Red Dead?
No, Red Dead was number 4.
Oh. PUBG?
PUBG was number 2.
Just messing with you. Fortnite.
Yes.
I'm just messing with you. Like, we just did that.
Fortnite came in at number 1.
Yeah, this is my surprise face.
Some of the ones that stick out in the top 14. Let's see, number 14 was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
All right.
Number 7 was Destiny
I'm enjoying
2.
the game. No, number 7?
Destiny 2. Probably not for the best reasons in the world. Probably a lot of players are complaining about this. Or because remember, last year, I think it was last year, was it last year that players discovered the, or was that in 2017? I don't know. They were kind of being lied to a little bit. about XP increases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. I feel like Destiny 2's on the list, but not for like the right reasons of like, hey, people are enjoying the game. It's more like, oh, here's problems with the game again.
How much of Fortnite being on the list is positive? How
Yeah.
much of it is just ugh?
But look, we've had nothing but problems
Now,
with all the big name games this
Yeah.
started this year and the tail end of last year.
AC Wraith asks if Warframe is on there. It is not. Although Thar66 says, where's Fallout 76? That came in at number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, it had 20,000 articles
Jeez.
based on it,
How many were good?
right?
8.
Compared to Fortnite that had 69,000 articles written about Fortnite. The top 10 most viewed YouTube trailers.
All right, for games.
Yeah. 10 was Clash of Clans. 9 was Fortnite. 8 was... These are all mobile.
Like all?
No.
I was gonna say, is it just because like you go to some apps and they pull up the ads and
Clash of Clans.
yeah,
That was number 10. Number 9 was Fortnite
yeah.
with one of their season things. Number 8 was Clash Royale. That's mobile. 7 was Clash of Clans, Hammer Jam. That's mobile. Number 6, Red Dead Redemption, the official trailer. Number 3. Number 5 was Game of Thrones, Conquest, which I probably are
Probably a mobile.
Number 4 was Fallout 76,
Really, that didn't like
33.8 million views.
that trailer wasn't that.
Number 3, number 2, and number 1 are all Fortnite,
Jeez,
with the Season 5 announced trailer being number 1.
I would have been like Death Stranding, just trying to figure out what the heck's going on in that thing.
The top 10 games that were mentioned on Twitter. We'll start with number 5, Fallout 76. Number 4, Red Dead 2.
All right,
Number 3, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
okay.
Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And number 1 was Fortnite.
Oh, those kids in that Fortnite.
Let's see, mobile games. Here's a little peek into it of something that I don't recognize hardly any of these.
Clash of whatevers and
No,
clans of this, that, and the other, and
no, none of those.
I feel so old.
Yeah. So for mobile games, the top 5 games with downloads worldwide: Candy Crush Saga,
Still?
That's still a thing?
number 5. Yeah.
Wow.
A game called Rise Up at number 4. PUBG Mobile at number 3. Number 2 was Subway Surfers,
I haven't heard of that one.
and number 1 was Helix Jump. Don't know what
Really?
that is.
Okay.
Top 5 games with worldwide revenue: Lords Mobile, number 5. Candy Crush Saga at number 4. Pokemon Go at number 3.
All right.
Fate Grand Order, number 2. And Monster Strike was number 1. And the top 5 publishers with worldwide downloads were EA at number 5. Gameloft 4. Ketchup 3. Voodoo was number 1. Outfit 7 Limited was number 2. There were 2.9 million concurrent viewers during E3. That beat the previous record of 2.5. 434 billion overall minutes watched in 2018 on Twitch. These are Twitch numbers, by the way.
Yeah.
667,000 concurrent viewers for a single streamer.
Really?
Yeah, it was Ninja
Yeah.
in April at the opening of the Las Vegas Esports Arena. 1 million Twitch viewers at any given moment. More than 1 million people are watching Twitch. And 500,000 number of streamers going live every single day. New IP versus new releases. This is interesting. Microsoft had 2 new IPs release
Really?
versus 5 new releases.
Well,
Nintendo had 2
did
new
you say
IPs.
what they were?
It's not giving me a list here. Nintendo had 2 new IPs versus 16 new releases. Let's see, what else do we have? Ubisoft had 2 new IPs versus 6 new releases. Right?
That makes.
I mean, if you go through Ubisoft,
It's all like,
it's all same franchise, different subtitle.
yeah.
Electronic Arts had 2 as well. 2 seems to be the average. Electronic Arts had 2 versus 12 new releases.
I could, in a way, I understand because it's hard to, new IP that, when you have a name like,
I know.
Ghost Recon or Assassin's Creed or Rainbow Six. You have a built-in fan base. Mm-hmm. So new stuff is tough. People don't know about new stuff.
Yeah, Activision Blizzard had no new IPs, but 3 new releases. Sony had 10 new IPs.
Really?
Yeah. Versus 19 new releases.
So the majority of their stuff was new IP.
Well, if you look at Sony, Spider-Man is a new IP.
Okay.
It's not new to us, but it's a new IP to them.
God of War would be part of the new release.
God of War should be a new release, but Horizon Zero Dawn, new IP.
Yeah.
Detroit, new IP.
Yeah.
So
even though it's David Cage, and we all know Cage.
It is, but it's still a brand new
thing.
thing. So you look at that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What else do we have? Oh man, they really crunched the numbers. I love this. The days until the first digital discount.
That's a number.
How quick does your price drop?
Do you want to start at the top of who took the longest to drop in price?
Who?
Yeah, longest. Start with longest.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Took 70 days before a digital discount.
Yeah, not
this doesn't mean
copy.
in store. This means digital.
Straight up. Yeah.
Typically that's the one that gets.
It took 41 days for Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
All right.
It took 26 days for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and there was a lot of backlash on that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It took 20 days for Red Dead Redemption 2 to see a digital drop, and it only took Battlefield 5 10 days to get a digital discount.
No, no Fallout?
It was a big discount, though, wasn't it? Like 50%? Or was that Fallout 76?
It was probably Fallout 76, but if it was a digital discount, had to have been a digital discount. That's the difference.
Yeah, digital, yeah.
Had to be a digital discount.
Yeah.
Fallout dropped in store fast.
Yeah.
Looking through here for any other. Star Citizen has raised more than $200 million in crowdfunding.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on that.
200 million.
Fiasco.
Yeah. The total amount Star Citizen has raised so far this year, as of December 5th, was $34 million.
Still never going to get that game.
Let's see. Average salary for games professionals, $50,000. Total prize money awarded for esports tournaments this year, $140 million. I'm looking to see the combined trade attendance for the 4 major trade shows. That includes GDC, E3, Gamescom, and the Tokyo Game Show. 149,000. 756. It's a lot of people, but it feels like that should be more. I don't know why that feels like it should be more. I would love to see if that's what I would love for it to do is like, hey, can you give me a comparison from last year? They've done this. This is their 3rd year doing this, so I wish they could give me a comparison to say, hey, last year this number was at this thing. So anyway, we're behind on a break. We're going to take this. Done with the numbers for the year, by the way.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of in-game chat. I saw Daniel Akapaw playing this game last night, and I looked for some music. It is a game called Boundless.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
The title of the track is called Angry Fight Music.
I like it.
Yeah. So we'll be back in just a little bit. And welcome back to In-Game Chats on the first Saturday of 2019. It is our 13th season and the first episode of that season. I'm Scott along with RJ and Matt. Hopefully I could say Nate in the coming weeks, I hope. Thank everybody who's in the chat room. We'll do another rundown list here. 2524 is in there. AC Wraith, A New Hope, 93 Me. What else? Another TV Viewer, Commander Root, Drunk Degenerates, Evans 04111, Lethal Migraine, Positivity Bot, Random Man X, Retro Ed, Skinny Seahorse, Slow Cool, I think, Spigot, STM Fuller, TD, Thar66, V and K, and Virgo Pros. Virgo Pro Z, maybe? I don't know. Welcome to the show. This is music from a game that is in early access, and a game that I need to look up now to see if he composed the theme, actually. No, not that person. This is a game called Atlas.
Atlas, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it is it's the main theme for Atlas, and I'm curious if he had any hand in this because he did the music for Ark, and I'm curious if he did Atlas since it's from the same developers, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see it on his list of what he has done. So maybe they brought somebody new in to do that. But yeah, so. Or maybe he just hasn't updated his resume here, which is also possible. Anyway, I've heard some things about Atlas, not so great things. I was very excited when I first saw it. It looked like it was, again, dipping into that Sea of Thieves. Hey, we pulled this off better. It's exactly the same. It's sort of the same thing, but we pulled it off a little bit better. I don't know what they did with Ark and what it has become. I figured, well, this is a good start for Atlas, but I don't know. One of our friends from COG, Annie Aiko Cooper.
Yeah.
He is playing the game, so I want to hit him up and see what he thinks about it. Very, very curious. Also, I love the music. So, real quick, going back to some numbers, just one other thing. That Spider-Man game for PS4 is the fastest-selling superhero game in the history of the United States.
Well, it's also, I would say, one of the best superhero games.
Yep.
I mean, look at the competition for superhero game-wise, and meh.
Yeah.
What's another good one? Right?
Well,
nothing really popped out?
Last I can think of is the Batman Arkham series.
Yeah.
Over the first 3 months in the market, Marvel's Spider-Man is now the fastest-selling superhero game in U.S. history. So,
I still say Batman's not a superhero.
it falls into the superhero canopy, put it that way. So, yeah, when we left, the very next day or 2 days away, we had more lawsuits come out for the dancing in Fortnite.
They smelled that money shark, and they started circling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alfonso Ribeiro, who was in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is where that Carlton dance comes from, he sued because of that, even though the Carlton dance shows up in a lot of other things.
And he had stated where he got that thing from, got that dance from as well. So
Yeah.
He did. It was kind of a mixture of some music video with Bruce Springsteen or whatever.
Yeah.
With Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, and so here's the other thing: like the story's out there, but there's no update. I haven't heard anything new.
No,
I've heard nothing new.
I've heard the backpack kid sued.
Yeah, no. Almost everybody
floss?
who had one in there started coming forth and saying, "Okay, let's get a lawsuit going on
but
this."
that was, from what I'm told, that was an older dance as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Somewhere on YouTube years ago.
Huh.
Yeah. Some of the, again, you go to copyright law and it's like, well, who owns that? So
That combination of arm and leg flailing.
Well, like Alfonso played Carlton in Fresh Prince.
Yes.
Carlton was a character created by the producers of Fresh Prince.
Was it Warner Brothers?
And then the dance came from the character. Do the producers who owns that dance?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who owns it?
You could play the same thing to what's that dude's name? Turk Scrubs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's another. That's another
Faison.
character.
Donald
I
Faison.
think someone tried to get him to join in as well.
Actually, there is a little bit of a side note to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They were all at a conference of some sort talking about the television show,
right?
Scrubs,
Mm-hmm.
and for one, that dance actually incorporated another dance in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Running Man, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God knows who owns that.
Yeah.
But the producer, Bill something or another, I used to know his name. Big fan of his. He mentioned that the folks from the Fortnite folks actually reached out and asked for permission
Oh.
to use that dance, and he gave it to him. He granted it to him.
So even if Donald Faison's like, no, man, that's my
Okay,
dance.
so they've asked permission before. Did they ask permission from anyone else that you know of?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did, but Bill Lawrence is his name.
Yeah.
Bill
Okay.
Lawrence did admit on a panel saying that, oh yeah, they reached out and asked, and I. gave
So
permission
what
for it.
if like they reached out to the producers of
possibly?
Fresh Prince, and the producers say, yeah, sure, whereas
It's-
the actor
But
would
if
have
that
been
was the
no.
case, wouldn't they have said so immediately?
Even if they did say so immediately, it wouldn't have mattered if they said so immediately. Would somebody report if they said so immediately? Because so far, I haven't heard anything
No,
since
it's
these lawsuits
quiet.
came forward.
Yeah.
Haven't heard a thing. Haven't heard if they progressed.
My guess
I
is
haven't heard if
settle
they
out of
settled.
court.
But we haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Well, like I said last time we talked about this, they have settled before with that originator of the Electro Shuffle, Gabby David. They have settled before. So maybe, like I said, maybe more of the same.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And just stop doing emotes.
I know I was reading a Reddit thread,
There's
and
too much money in that.
I hate to be Reddit lawyer, you know.
I
But-
got my law degree from Reddit.
Well, you know, they throw quotes in there, but I don't know that they're pulling it exactly from wherever they're getting their information from. And I know I quoted this in our chat on Google on Hangouts when we were talking about
Yeah.
this, was that
The
choreography to a certain extent cannot be trademarked,
Yes.
cannot be copyrighted.
yeah, I remember you said that.
There's a certain amount of moves, total number of moves, where it's like, nope, that's okay, you can do that. And then there's a certain amount once it goes over that it's like, okay, you can.
Now it's actually becoming more of a,
Right.
a short amount.
Yeah.
If I just move my fingers up and down, I can't say that's a dance. Or like
I mean, you can.
I mean, the Snoop Dogg, but I can't trademark, my little, drop it like it's hot.
If-
If that's the only move that I do,
Right.
is one repeated thing,
If you do a full routine, obviously, that's going to be
But
copyrighted.
then that's
I
different
think.
because, yeah.
But if you're only doing whatever, I can't believe, as a video gaming show, we're talking about dance moves.
That's
Which
part
is
of it.
which is in a video game, which is part of. Which
I
is,
understand. I get that.
Yeah, which is in a
We're-
video game, which Epic Games is making a good bit of money off of.
Here we
That's
are
why-
at this
that's why-
point
that's why we
talking
talk
about the
this.
legality of dance moves in a video game,
you know.
right?
Or like with music, the music industry, if you sample a song, like just a few beats, how much of that is legal as opposed to like I take the entire song and just reword it.
We've had discussion
You've
about
got
the
to
licensing
ask
of
permission
music.
on that, even if you
Just
sample.
for
it.
even a couple beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
music licensing. I think we've talked about. Scott, you told me about this. How the hurdles and hoops you got to go through to get
YouTube
music to come
license,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, no, just here licensing on
Yeah.
music that we play.
You played a note. No.
Yeah, we can't. I think here for talk radio, I think you can play about 15 seconds worth
Yeah.
of something before it's
Then you start
before
having to buy a
before you could
license.
possibly say, hey, you played too much. We need to copyright that, or we need to pull from that, whatever the case may be. Whereas for our other music stations here, we pay licenses for those, so
Yeah.
we use them. But what does it go back to? It goes all the way back to Vanilla Ice with the Under
Yeah.
Pressure.
Yep.
Like he sampled that, but he said
But he
it
changed
was
that
different.
one beat because,
he said it was different, which is
I
why he didn't
remember
ask for
that.
permission.
I remember that interview.
Yeah.
And, theirs had that extra beat in it where his didn't, so therefore it's a whole different. So I'm like, nobody. Oh, come on, man.
That works.
But it works.
Yeah.
That works in
It's not an exact copy of it. So
So that's the other part that's very hard is to claim copyright infringement on music because of how specific it has to be for notes and everything else, for them to claim that, yes, you've stolen
this tone, this length, this whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to figure out what more information came out of that
Of the lawsuit? Haven't heard it.
But yeah, like you said, radio silence.
Yeah.
I also don't know what we're getting. I think we already talked about what we're getting for PlayStation Plus for the month of January, but I don't remember if we hit on that or not. I think we did.
I think because it's out already, right?
Yeah,
It should be out already, but I'm looking at.
I downloaded something. I recall downloading something. I can't recall what it was. I just added to the library and just skipped it.
Exactly. Same here. Drawing a blank.
Yeah, I'm looking here. The games for January for Xbox One. Celeste is available now through the 31st. WRC 6. Not sure what that is.
Never heard of that one.
World Rally Championship.
Probably 6. A licensed rally racing game.
Yeah.
Is free to download from the 16th through the 15th. Far Cry 2 and Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light are the 360 games that are compatible with Xbox One. Far Cry 2 is available 16th through the 31st. And Tomb Raider now, or Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, is available now through the 15th. So yeah, those are available for you to pick up. I can't remember what the PlayStation Plus games are.
I'm going to have to look this up.
Yeah, I selected them, but I don't think anything really struck out, of...
Yeah, it's what I usually do. Like I said, I just put it in the library and skip it and go on.
Yeah.
Let's see. You looking up something else, Scott?
No, I'm looking up the next thing that I was going to talk about.
Okay.
But if you found something.
I'm looking up now while we go through this.
What you got?
The Walking Dead's final season.
Oh, finally.
Picks up on the January 15th.
Wait, the game of the show?
The game.
Okay, yeah. They decided they were going to, put out the third season.
Except there's a twist, but I'll tell you in a minute.
A twist?
Okay, PS4, Steep.
Yeah, that's right.
Steep is free on all
That's about the right price for it, I think.
Yeah. And Portal Knights.
Yeah.
Action RPG. Let's see. Zone of Enders H3 Collection.
Yeah, okay.
Amplitude. Fallen Legion Flames of Rebellion on PS Vita, cross-buy with PS4.
Yeah.
Super Mutant Alien Assault on Vita.
Yeah. Meh. Not the best month for
Yeah.
things, but hey, free's free, right?
Yeah. But Steep, first thing I think about with Steep is how good is it compared to SSX? Because I still love SSX.
Yeah, but you can't
PS3.
wingsuit in SSX. You can't wingsuit.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Yeah, there's a wingsuit in SSX on PS3.
Oh, on PS3.
The updated,
I was thinking the
updated
old,
version.
the
No, not the old one.
SS,
The latest one that came out on PS3.
Tricky,
yeah,
or?
wingsuit. No, it's just a remake of SSX on PS3. Yeah,
All
you can wingsuit in that.
Well, never mind. I take it back.
The
What's the twist?
your twist for the Walking Dead continuing,
Yeah.
the final season to continue, and we're not talking about the TV show. We're only talking about the video game.
Because
Apparently-
Telltale, collapsed.
Apparently, Epic Games jumped in and helped fund the rest of the season,
Okay.
which means it's exclusive to their store.
Oh.
But there's a catch. There's another twist upon the
A
twist.
twist upon that. Wow.
If you already bought the season pass
Yeah.
on other PC platforms,
Yeah.
you'll still get it for those platforms. But if you're jumping in on PC, you wanted
Now?
to wait and see. Yeah. If you're going to jump in now because it's all finished and ready to go,
You got to get it on Epic
only
Store.
going to be able to get it on Epic Store.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I could. All right. I'm not going to hate on them for doing it that way. Hey,
It's a business move.
Yeah.
We'll give you fund. It's like it's like with Bayonetta 2. Yeah, we'll fund it. It's just going
but
to be on
you
our
gotta
system
be on our
only.
Sure.
Which is why I
Hey, if
still
they're
don't have
willing to
that-
fund
which is
it,
why I still
then
don't have that game.
if they're willing to fund it, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third episode hits on the 15th, and it'll be out on Epic Games, not Steam, not Humble. It'll be followed by a fourth and final episode later on this year.
Now, Subnautica was free on their system, on their Epic whatever.
Yeah, and Super Meat Boy is available and free now.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
Yeah.
that is now? All right.
And the next one, they've already announced what the next one's going to be, and I can't remember the name of it. Maybe I wrote it down here. Maybe I didn't. No, I did. What Remains of Edith Finch.
I've heard good things about that one.
That'll be the next free game for you on the Epic Games Store. Well, let's see. Yeah, that'll be available beginning January 11th, I believe. And it'll go through the 25th. Or, no, 10th through the 25th.
I need to get Super
you
Meat
can-
Boy
where you can
before
pick
they
that up.
take that off.
Yeah, I already logged in and picked that up. Even though I think I probably already have it on Steam.
think
I
have it
don't
on
know.
Vita, but is it? It's a different one though, right? It's not. Is there more than one Super Meat Boys? Was there a sequel to that?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there was a sequel.
Yeah.
Super
I
Meat
think
Girl.
did the
or-
latest one have Super Meat Girl?
There's Super
As
Meat
a
Boy
Playable
Deluxe, I think, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did give a lot though. There was a lot of different. It was very Capcom-y the way they added just different titles to the title.
Yeah.
Super Meat Boy Ultra Turbo 2 thing, whatever.
Alpha.
Yeah. They did the same thing with Binding Isaac too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is the same.
I think Binding of Isaac 4 Souls, I think, is another one coming up soon.
Carnita edition. That's what they need.
What else do we have? The in-game ads for Street Fighter V went away.
I think that was just an experiment.
That wasn't that good of an experiment.
No, because those patches were hideous, man. They just
Yeah.
like all out of place, like just tacked on everywhere. Just
No,
yeah. And
it
there
seemed like
wasn't
no
a bit-
forethought.
It really wasn't like I said last time. It really wasn't a benefit, really. I mean, the most you could get out of there wasn't worth getting. But some people put it on there and got some fight money out of it. More power to them, but I
Whatever.
didn't think it was worth it.
No.
Let's go to the phones and talk to Chris, who's been waiting before we go to our break here.
What's
Hey,
up,
Chris.
Chris?
Chris.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year?
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
you did too, man. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to you, and all that stuff. So
Did y'all buy a bunch of games
Nope.
during and after y'all don't have no time to play?
yeah, I didn't do a thing like that. I essentially bought 2 games. That was it. I bought Tetris Effect because it was on a nice deal there for about $20, and I picked up some more tables for my Pinball Effects 3, some Williams tables.
There
Yeah.
was a time when like Steam sales would roll around. I would get, but now I haven't in years.
Well, I think what happened with that
We
is
got
that
our library that we wanted.
it's not only that, but they used to have it where deals were very
Super
limited.
cut. Yeah.
They were super cut, but they were limited. Like you
Yeah.
had the
Like,
daily
oh,
deals.
If I don't get this now, it's going to go back to
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you had like the 6-hour deals.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt like really you were getting a good deal on some of the stuff, and then they stopped doing that
And
altogether.
it hadn't felt that way in a while.
I don't know why. I can't remember why they stopped that. I don't know. But anyway, what about you, Chris? Picking up any games?
Well, yeah, since the Black Friday, I picked up 3. I got both of the newer Assassin's Creed games that went on sale that y'all had
Okay.
talked about.
Odyssey
I got-
and Origins.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
I haven't even got a chance to open them up yet. I got
All
those
right.
2. I got the Fist of the North Star role-playing game that they released. I got those 3 on Black Friday, and then right after Christmas, I took advantage of GameStop's buy 2, get 1 free sale. I got like 4 games from that. One of them was the Steelbot Just Cause 4, which I just started playing today. And then I got a couple other games on Switch, Diablo 3 and the Sega Genesis collection that they have on there.
Now, well, I picked up Diablo 3 during a Black Friday sale.
All right.
That's something we already talked about since Black Friday was in November. But because I picked that up for Walmart had it for $17
Yeah.
for the Switch version.
Yeah.
So I picked that up. That was an easy get, and one of my
That's a no-brainer.
well, it was one of those steals. It felt like I was stealing it because
Could have been a Walmart mistake. Walmart does make mistakes.
that was the problem.
all the time.
What we were
Yeah.
seeing
Prices.
is that the people were price matching it, but they were price matching it with the PS. They were price matching the Switch version with the
With the
PS4 and
PS
Xbox version,
Which had been out for a while.
which had already been out for a while,
Which
and that
was
that was where the deal was coming from.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
so
Whether it's
Same.
from a Russian truck or from a bad price match, good for you.
Walmart typical. Typical price.
so that's how I got my version.
Yeah, Chris, for the Assassin's Creed, I would say do Origin first, obviously, before you do Odyssey.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them both.
That's a lot of Assassin's Creed
It
to
is
get
a
in.
lot.
By the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Plus with everything else I've wanted to been playing and all that too, and then the other old Sega Genesis games I I just got that one since I had the other Phantasy Star 1 that I downloaded that I talked about the last time y'all were live, about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started thinking about 2, 3, and 4 that came on this version and some of the other role-playing games. So, yeah, I'm not going to have any time to do anything, probably.
Genesis Collection is pretty good. All those titles on there, bringing back old memories.
Mm-hmm.
I got that on a PS4 a while back, but yeah, it's a good collection of stuff.
That's one of the things I like about it, that you can fast forward it, and that really helps out with the role playing games, grinding with those battles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't played Detroit. I forgot to pick that up for Black Friday as well.
Same here.
I still haven't played it yet. I got Forza.
Same here.
I got Forza Horizon 4, and I haven't played that either. I picked up Lego DC Supervillains. Haven't played that yet either.
Yeah. It's like I had
stop playing Destiny.
Like I said, I picked up
I'll say it before Lethal does.
Yeah, I picked up Killer Instinct, and like I said earlier, also picked up Caladrius Blaze. It was like $5 during PSN's.
Never heard of
sale.
that one.
It's a Japanese bullet hell game.
This is why I haven't heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like normally $20-$30. It was on sale for like $5. All of a sudden, you just luck of the draw, saw it, and I just picked it up. And so you get deals like that sometimes.
No, it's fantastic when it happens.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, we appreciate you calling in, man, and we'll talk to you next week, I guess.
All right, we all have a good one.
All right,
too,
take care,
man.
man.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, got to go to a break here. This is a game I've used. Okay, I say I've used music from it before. I used music from its trailer because I didn't have any music from it. It recently released back in December.
Okay, December release.
Yeah, so it does have music now, and I went there and picked it up. I've added it to my wish list on Steam. I'm looking very much. I'm really. This is a game that if I were to buy, it wouldn't sit there. I'd immediately install it and start playing it. The name of it is, and I think I'm going to butcher it because I remember them telling us how to pronounce it. And
Spell it.
Gris, Gris.
Oh, Greece, right?
But I think it was Greece. Is that what they wanted
Greece.
to call it? Yeah, I think that's the way they're supposed to be pronounced. This is the one with that fantastic artwork.
Yeah.
Platformy, but fantastic artwork. Wonderful music. And this is called Perseverance is the name of this track. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. On the 5th of January 2019, it is our 13th season and the first episode of that. I'm Scott along with RJ and Matt. This is music now from a game somebody was playing on Steam yesterday.
Yeah.
Last night, actually, called The Dark Side Detective. That's the name of the game.
Sounds interesting.
It is. Well, it looked interesting.
I like the music.
It is pixel graphics, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 8-bit,
Yeah.
16-bit?
No, 8. Pixelated, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. More in the vein of
So sprites.
Sprite. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Name of that track is A Town Unlike Any Other.
All right.
So it's like Gunpoint.
Yeah, that's the aesthetic, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know if I'm not sure of the
gameplay,
gameplay or anything like that.
But the look of it, yeah.
The look of it. Yeah. Okay.
But
So I saw a PlayStation Classic price cut.
Okay.
You know, they came out early. When did they come out?
December.
PlayStation Classic.
December.
The PlayStation Classic came out in December.
They did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And already,
It launched in early December.
Yeah.
less than a month, because this was before the holidays break that I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it came out, what, $100?
Yeah.
I saw it for $59.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's almost a 50% price cut
Yeah.
that I've
Still-
seen it happen.
Not worth it.
No,
Yeah, but
I still haven't picked it up.
The only thing I really want from that is the physical, the shell. If I could like gut it and like put Raspberry Pi and stuff like that on it, and
Yeah.
not deal with like their overlay and their games and whatever,
Yeah.
I would do that.
I mean, from what I heard about the reviews about that thing, it was just a
Some of the-
haphazard. Really,
Some of the games are PAL, some of them are
Yeah.
NTSC.
yeah,
The ones that, like the original game, if they support DualShock, these ones don't, even if you plug in a DualShock controller with USB.
yeah.
I mean, well,
It's like
what a way to not do it.
Yeah,
Sony.
from what I read, it seems like a rush job. Throw it out there, just try to catch as much money as you
yeah,
can from
because,
the nostalgia market. Yeah,
the the Nintendo did that, so why can't we?
yeah.
Ugh. But I do like the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the physical, console look and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I could just gut it and put in something different that's not.
Yeah,
that,
it's like the first thing people think about when they see these things. How fast can I gut this thing and put what I want on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, Dave is sending me his NES Classic and his SNES Classic from Colorado.
Don't you already have? Oh, so you could.
So I can, yeah. I've showed
So
him
you can change
videos
it?
and I've walked him through. I was like, here's how it's done. It's
And he's
very,
just
very
like, nope.
easy. And he's not really, he doesn't want to mess with it.
That's fine.
So I was like, that's fine. And then because he was down here for Christmas, and we were talking about it, and he said, for the NES stuff, here's the only stuff I want on there. And I was like, man, it doesn't matter. I can give you 800 games. Mm-hmm. I'll just put 800 games on there, and you can play those
What
games.
you want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Could you put your favorites in a separate folder and just hook up with that? But everything else is just
I think you can do some folder stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's like-
looked at it because I just dumped 800 games on there. I didn't care.
it's
about
like
my
a folder
favorites.
for favorites, and the not favorites put them in something else.
As
I mean,
long
they're
as-
sorted alphabetically, so I mean,
Oh,
you
okay,
just go to whichever folder is works for you as far as the alphabet,
Yeah.
and then you find
Yeah.
the game you need.
As long as Who Framed Roger Rabbit's in there.
It is.
Yeah.
I went back and
Yeah.
I played it too. It was annoying.
It was so annoying.
Is Back to the Future in there too?
Yes,
Oh,
sorry.
and
What about
and 2
Fester's
and
Quest?
3 by the way.
All the LG,
Yeah.
all the LJN favorites.
Oh,
Knight
Yeah.
Rider, Jaws, Back to the Future, Back to the
Friday
Future
the
Parts 1 and
13th.
2, or Parts 2 and 3.
Man.
Friday the 13th is in there. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Throwing
Um,
rocks.
I saw someone cosplay as the NES
The purple one?
Jason, the
Yeah.
purple with the blue mask. I saw that and I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. He just looked at me like
Blue mask Jason. What?
with total purple. Yo.
Blue mask and totally purple.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
terrible. But I'm like, you know what? I give you props for that one because I know it. You went there.
Yeah, you went there. You showing our pain right there, man. Because God,
Showing our
man.
age.
Oh,
So yeah, no, all of them are on there, and so he's going to send me both of those so I can get those set up, and I'll send it back to him.
I need to get some more PlayStation 1 ROMs. There was a site I remember a while ago. It was like you could download like a couple of gigs worth of PlayStation 1 ROMs, and I never did. And now I kind of wish that I had, because I could put those on my Pi.
Did you one of the Easter eggs in that Bandersnatch movie on Netflix.
I haven't seen it. The Dark Mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. Yeah, apparently it's about video game, whatever.
There's a guy trying to create a video game,
know.
yeah. But one of the Easter eggs, and it's very difficult to do. One of the Easter eggs that
I
you
heard
find
about that,
is
yeah.
when you select, at some point, you get a choice between selecting this music or this music. And it's very
Now-
whatever. But when you select,
What do you mean select? Like, so when you're watching it on Netflix, you could select stuff?
It's like
It's
a
like a
choose your own,
choose your
it's
own
like choose
adventure?
your own adventure.
like he goes to put
Really?
a tape in his Walkman, and you can pick which tape you want him to put into the Walkman. He goes to buy a record, and you can pick which record he picks up too, and you pick which one you want him to buy. Inconsequential choices, but it's getting you set up for the choices that you're going to be making later, that sort of thing. Anyway, during one of the sections where you're picking music, if you pick the other one and it doesn't happen immediately, you have to do it a couple of times when you're going back and playing through. Apparently, I don't know the exact steps to make it happen, but when you pick one of the choices for music, it plays a horrible noise. If you run this horrible noise through like a spectrograph or something like that, it gives you something in there to where then you can go and actually play the game that they developed in the film.
Really?
Yes. I
Now,
believe
how many
so.
people have a spectrograph lying around?
Right. That's just one of those things where, okay.
Thanks for that, but yeah,
Yeah.
does me no good.
Yeah.
Let me just bust out my spectrograph.
Well, this is one of the things, like,
That's crazy.
people who figure these things out, people who figured out the I Love Bees thing from the
Yeah.
Halo long time ago.
The God of War map.
The God of War map with the runes and everything else. The
I respect them that they do. But
there is some
dedication
funky
and-
shenanigans
oh,
going
yeah.
on in Destiny with their new Black Armory Forge that deals with runes and Japanese writing and the way people have figured that stuff out. I have no idea. But if you go to Raid Secrets, the Reddit thread or the Reddit subreddit Raid Secrets, they're just constantly there. Anything they find, they run it through as many things as they can to see if there's anything there. And it's amazing how they're able to come up with some of the stuff that they figure out. So,
But no, I haven't seen the Black Mirror. I haven't seen the Bird Box.
Seen the
That's
memes.
apparently the big thing now.
Yeah, the memes are up there for Bird Box.
Yeah. I did see Into the Spider-Verse. I recommend that. I've heard good things about Bumblebee. You know,
you'd enjoy Bumblebee all over the place.
See, that's
You'd
but-
enjoy it so much.
well,
And I
you
only
said the
say that
same-
because of all the 80s.
But you said the same thing about Ready Player One, and that was like
And then you didn't like it, and I don't know why.
it was.
It's you love the nostalgia glasses, man.
I do love the nostalgia,
And it's
glasses,
all
but
over the
Ready
place.
Player One just it
and
was
Bumblebee
the
hits you over the
wrong-
head with nostalgia bat.
Wrong nostalgia.
I mean, it's not even a bat. It's a nostalgia. What
Just
would
bludgeoned.
A bludgeon.
A nostalgia
cudgel.
Sledgehammer.
85 Trans Am is what it beats you over the head with.
Nice.
I mean, it is just like, hey, remember, we're in the 80s. Boom, boom, boom. Every scene change. Here's a song. Remember, we're in the 80s. Remember, it's the 80s again. You know, just all over the place.
Is there 80s hair in that movie?
Not so much.
Okay.
They just really like to enforce it with music. All
Do you like 80s
the
music?
time. I mean, every single scene change.
So if you bought the soundtrack to Bumblebee, if
I
it
think
ever
I
comes
have it in
available-
like the VH1
yeah,
classic,
I'm about to
whatever.
say, yeah, it'd be like with the now this is the 80s
Yeah.
or something like that soundtrack or whatever.
Bumblebee soundtrack by various artists on Amazon.
Oh goodness, wait.
I bet. But as the movie, I heard that it's actually, you know, for the people that didn't like the Bayformer movies, that this is actually a good.
Do they not have They don't have a track list?
I heard Angela Bassett did a good job as a villain in that. As the
Well,
villain in
Angela
that one.
Bassett does a good job at anything she does.
Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
some people are just good actors.
Bon Jovi, The Smiths, Duran Duran, Steve Winwood, Aha, Tears for
Ooh,
Fears,
Tears for Fears.
Stan Bush,
First concert, yeah. Of course, they're
There we
going to
go.
have the touch.
Sammy Hagar, Wang Chung,
Wang Chun.
Simple Minds.
I thought it was Wing Chun.
Yeah, it's
Wang Chun.
Okay.
16 tracks, and I mean, let me tell you,
First
it
concert I
is,
ever went to is Tears for Fears.
back to video games.
Let me
for
guess,
just a
it's
second.
probably like Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
I don't know. I closed it.
Probably my guess. But yeah,
probably.
it's probably like
Or Shout.
It's not Shout.
No. So it's probably Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's
Yeah.
probably like, everybody, Dance Tonight,
Dance All Days.
Yeah, Dance All Days.
Yeah.
Oh, Dance All Days. Okay.
Hey, let me ask you something about Ready Player One. I never saw
Yeah.
the thing, but you said it was nostalgia in there. So you didn't like how it was implemented or something? Or?
No. To me, see, in the movie, there's a scene where I forget the actor's name, but he played Krennic in Rogue One, the bad guy. What's his name?
Huh?
The bad guy in Ready Player One played Krennic. Not Mads Mikkelsen, the other one. Ben.
I don't know.
Anyways, so the bad guy, right? He's talking to the young kid, and he's like, "Hey, how about you come over to my place and we could play King Kong and drink Tab, or like that." And the kid, and like in his ear, he has like people, looking up, like, "Oh yeah, say this because kids like that." "Oh yeah, look, it's, this is what the kids love," and that the whole movie felt like that. I like Spielberg. I've loved Spielberg most of my life. Ever since I was a little kid, he is one of my favorite directors. I've loved his stuff, but this didn't feel like a Spielberg movie to me. This felt like an old man trying to be hip, trying to be cool, trying to relate to the young kids. When no, that's not what Spielberg does. When Spielberg does Spielberg, he's great at it. When he does not, like AI.
See, this is odd. This is odd stuff.
AI was terrible for me because that was like originally going to be a Kubrick film, and Kubrick had a slight case of death before he could do it, and so Spielberg's like, I could do
odd
this.
coming from you.
It felt forced, and like here's geek and nerd and nostalgia culture by a guy who doesn't understand geek, nerd, and nostalgia culture.
But you've probably been through that before and not had a problem with it. If I could figure it out, I don't know.
Maybe, but just for me, that's why I didn't. Well, and people liked it. Like, hey, Medusa, in there, I'm waving at you, can't see me. She liked Ready Player One. Changes from the book didn't thrill me. Well, I mean, I could, Sarah, I could. Ever since Hitchhiker's the Guide to the Galaxy, changes from book to, the radio play to the TV to the movie to the video game to the cereal box, whatever. All right, that's fine. I don't mind changes between media because it's someone trying to tell a general story.
I don't either.
And it'll be different. That's fine.
Watchmen worked that way for me.
I kind of like the ending of Watchmen, the movie, better than I did the original comic. And I love the comic because it made more sense to me.
I was fine with that.
But, yeah, I don't mind nostalgia glasses. I love them. But, I don't know. Just the way the way Ready Player One felt, I was just like, yeah, it was neat seeing all the different things. And, look, there's the Iron Giant, which I love. I love the Iron Giant. I love RoboCop. I love Back to the Future. I mean, we're all the age of that was our childhood, when they had, like, Mad Balls and, Chucky and, like, just so many references. But it just felt like, to me, I don't know.
Never seen you defend this so hard.
Yeah.
But or hold your stance so hard on something.
Because I love Steven Spielberg. He's one of those directors that when I first hear the Raiders March, instantly I'm transformed to that young kid watching, Indiana Jones for the first time going, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? One of the scariest movies, and to this day, I will stand by this. The scariest movie I have ever seen is Jaws because sharks are real. They will eat you. You are tasty meat snacks to them. Freddy didn't scare me because, like, ooh, I'll come in your dreams. That's not real. I've seen sharks.
Horror based on reality
is way more frightening.
Because I still remember, because one of the ones that always stuck in my mind, The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock.
Crazy.
I mean,
bird,
because you look at the seagull and think to yourself, what's to stop that bird from dive bombing and attacking me right now?
Yeah.
Because if you ever go to San Antonio, everybody who's been to San Antonio on the Riverwalk, those are some bold.
Yeah,
those birds are bold out there. They will dive bomb a table in a heartbeat.
They will think nothing of it. They're like, oh, you got food? Guess what? It's my food now. What are you going to do? Come at me, man. I can fly.
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
Just to diverge back a little bit on two video games for just a second.
But, so, no, I love Spielberg. This just didn't feel like Spielberg.
Nintendo was announced. Yeah, Nintendo was announced as being the top-selling U.S. publisher in 2018, and a lot of that actually came from Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. It not only became the fastest-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, but the fastest-selling game in the Smash Brothers series. It sold over 3 million copies in 11 days. 2 million units together are the Pokemon games. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And Super Mario Party did pretty good as well.
I'm looking for
those numbers are only for the United States, by the way, which means the grand totals for worldwide sales even larger than that.
So I'm not a big Pokemon fan. I remember playing Red and Blue way back in the 90s.
If you think about it, then look at it that way. The
but I'm
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee,
Yeah.
same thing, just upgraded.
I'm looking forward to the Pokemon
Mostly.
Detective Pikachu,
That's been out.
the movie.
Oh, you're looking forward to the movie. We're back on movies again.
It's a game. It's game related. This one, it's game related. I'm trying to keep it on.
I can't tell if the game came from. They seem to have come from the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we were working on a game. Let's do a movie because the movie was put into production well before the game had released.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, how do you come up with that idea? Who's sitting around thinking, what if we put Pikachu in a detective hat and he talks, and they solve crime?
Probably a marketing department.
It worked apparently.
It's how Transformers got into. That's how that came about.
Yeah.
And all the others that came from that marketing. The other thing that happened was that apparently Sega is teasing a Catherine PC release.
I heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know anything yet about it, but that seems to be... It got rated for the ESRB, so that's
part of me
probably
is
happening.
like, that's great. If you could have your game exposed to more people who may not have a console, who may not have a chance to play it other way, that's great. That's different ways for them. But also another part of me is like, some games to me just feel console-y.
Yeah.
That feels like a console game. I mean, sure, I could play, games on my PC with a console, joystick or controller or whatever. So like that delineation's really kind of like moot, I guess now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I was thinking about how they're going to do with Catherine Full Body, the sequel that's coming out.
And when's that supposed to be out? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I think it's
like this year or
probably this year, but some type of censorship thing going that might
How so?
Might delay it back and forth.
Censorship?
Yeah, some type of thing they don't like or whatever. I was hearing something about that. I'll have to do some research on it, but
Lethal Migraine's talking about Slightly Mad Game. That's on my list because they released the design of the I say it's a console, but it's really just a PC rig.
Like another Ouija?
Yeah, it's called the Mad Box. These are the guys who made Project Cars.
Okay.
Well, they're making a box that it's a standalone video game console. They revealed a few more details about the platform, including an early version. The first images of Mad Box were shared on the CEO's official Twitter account. The console resembles a PC. It has an M-shaped tower and the Slightly Mad Studios logo etched into one side. The internal components have been blurred out on the images, but Bell says that those aren't finalized yet as far as what's going to be in there. It's very light, features a deployable carry handle on the top so you can easily transport it. He says the systems will talk to other Mad Boxes without cables, although he didn't elaborate any further on that. He claims the Mad Box is the most powerful console ever built, featuring specs that will be equivalent to a very fast PC 2 years from now. He also said the system will support most major VR headsets and allow up to 90 frames per second per eye for virtual reality play. He also says the system will offer 4K visuals. Pricing and release details for the Mad Box have yet to be announced, but he says the system will ship around the world in about 3 years and be competitive with upcoming console prices.
So it's a console.
It's a PC. I don't know what. I'm not... Like, is a PC a console if it's released pre-built? Then what makes all the PCs that you buy that are pre-built, like Alienware and Dells and things like that?
Are those not consoles?
Those consoles?
Well,
I guess maybe they're strictly for gaming. I don't know.
Well, with one, you have an operating system that you run other apps and other, Yeah.
Yeah, that's AC right. It's a Steam box.
But now with the consoles, you could download apps like Netflix or Hulu or yeah.
Yeah, I posted a link in the chat room for you guys to go look at that whole article there. So anyway, that's got to wrap it up for us. Our first show of 2019 in the can. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us in the chat room, and everybody who is listening right now. Thank you so much. Don't forget to grab us each week off of iTunes. Go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel there so you can watch this back if you'd like to. We've also got Twitter and Facebook. We're on Steam. We've got a Steam group you can join up with there. We're on Discord as well. We've got a clan in Destiny 2. We're all over the place. We're on all the consoles as well. But just want to thank everybody for a fantastic year. Have a wonderful new year. Have a great week. And we will see you next Saturday. Here is music from Path of Exile.
Okay.
Somebody was playing this. It's the main menu music. We'll see you next week.